podcast listeners, before you listen to today's episode, let me just remind you that there is a free guide on NFTs, what is NFTs, how to buy NFTs, research, analysis, and so many other stuff absolutely for free on my Twitter. Go check out the link twitter.com/digitalpratik or just click on the link in the description of this episode. Now to the episode which you have been wanting to listen today right after this intro.
Welcome to another episode of Digital Pratik Reloaded. Blockchain, DeFi, NFTs, marketing, branding, and everything.
I want to know what do you drink every day morning?
Is it for your selfish answer or is it for like a generic question?
No, not a selfish answer. I am very curious. हम सब खाड़ा पीते हैं. आप ऐसा कुछ खाड़ा पीते हो जिसमें ज्यादा सा एनर्जी कुछ आता है? That sometimes 12 o'clock in the night also you're on spaces with the same energy. अरे सुबह 10 बजे भी बात करते हो. सोते हो कि
नहीं
you have dark.
So I do sleep. My sleeping is probably out of 24 hours. Honestly speaking, like last time जब हमने Instagram पे बात की थी ना. So to cut down the answer, it's 6 hours for sure, 5 to 6 hours. But last time when we had a word on Instagram Live, I told that I used to wake up early at that point in time. And then we were also talking about the work-life balance, you know?
Correct.
At that point in time, there was no NFT. There was nothing like this DeFi Web3 world. And all of a sudden now, since April, May, this is coming. So I'm just trying to be everywhere as much as humanly possibly I can, so that I can at least empower other people, other Indians, because I feel that I have a little bit of self-awareness that I can play around certain lines and strengths, which nobody can play because everybody has their own capacity. So I know mine. And that's the reason why since probably May, there is no schedule. Honestly, there is no schedule.
But I like the relentlessness, you know, this is what even in corporate we often say, कि एक चीज ले लो, उसके पीछे भागो till it is done.
Yeah.
And you don't care, you know, it is like, I talk about NFT, I'm going to talk about NFT. I don't care when, where, what. I'm going to drill it into people's head. And like in many times, I think you're ahead of your time, you know, and people may probably be laughing at you thinking, "Ye kya bakwas kar raha hai?" But that's what happened with Albert Einstein, right? People were making fun of him and later they repented. So,
but that's where the important point, which everybody who is trying to do this, including me, who is always trying to do this, is that when we try to do that from 0 to 100, where 100 would be obviously 10 years or 5 years bare minimum. And that 0 to 30 would be like the first year itself. In that first year of you trying to do something new, you will get 100 new people or 1,000 new people or 10,000 new people telling that ये पागल हो गया, ये पागल हो गया, ये पागल हो गया, ये क्या बोले जा रहा है, ये क्या बोले जा रहा है, ये क्या बोले जा रहा है, ये किसी और में था और कहाँ बोल रहा है, किसी और में था कहाँ बोल रहा है, क्या बोल रहा है, इसको मालूम नहीं पड़ रहा है. So at that point in time, when you are into that 0 to 30, you cannot stop at 29. Majority of the people, they stop on 29, because of which they cannot go from 31 to 100. So that is very crucial. And right now I'm into 0 to 30. I'm pretty sure by my birthday, 22nd March 2022, I'm sure I would cross 30. You know, I would cross that 0 to 30. So that, I mean, and I'm not even kidding. Like while you were coming on the call, I just saw one tweet from Siddharth Warrior. He's saying you are not an overthinker, you are an underdoer. So 2 hours ago only, I just had replied back with a GIF as always. And I had said that's the problem with majority, that the problem is execution. And then Dr. Vedant, who is kind of neurotransformative coach, I guess, he just wrote a long tweet over here, importance of execution and all. And that's where, see, at times I feel that doctors are so right, but they're to the point, and that's where the majority of the people don't resonate that much. How I'll say, because when he says execution, everything is right. At the end, he says once a human being is clear in his head, he automatically acts. And that's the problem which I'm seeing in a lot of youngsters. By reading these kind of things from legit doctors and things which give all due respect to their work. But when they read this, they try to all of a sudden figure out what is my why, what is my strong why, what is that one thing which I want in my life. I mean, fuck that. You won't be able to figure that out unless you live 20 years of you working something, whether it is an employee, CEO of a company, whatever it is. So
Exactly.
I was just typing that only. Still, a lot of people struggle to be clear. That's where I'm firm believer of executing on 100 different things without finding that one thing, because it will eventually happen in your life.
Happen. But I'm sure you will also be getting a lot of DMs, people asking, I don't know what I want to do in life. Can you help me? I'm like, I
All
wish
the time.
I would. Why would I help you? मैं पहले मेरे करता. And if you know
Exactly.
that you are a Swamiji.
100%. I mean, that's where I'm. So when you say Swamiji, like let's talk about all those personalities like Swamiji, which are not categorized exactly as Swamiji, but let's talk about Gaur Gopal Das. Yeah. I'm so sorry, मैं नाम पूरा नहीं ले पाया, but that person, that personality, then Sadhguruji. I mean, there are a lot of personalities like that into that avatar who has different personalities within them as well.
Correct.
Some are saying in Hindi, some are saying in Gujarati, some are saying in like English, different languages. But the point they are trying to do is they are also done so many things. Probably a couple of them would be like educator, lawyer. Gandhi Bapu kaun the? Matlab lawyer the wo London. He studied law and then he became Gandhi Bapu. So this is like classic since ages. It has been coming on. People are not realizing that in the fast-paced digital world, they are trying to figure out that one why thing, which they will never be able to, and because of which courses are being sold. People are selling how to find micro niche. People buy that course, and then they figure that they are not able to do that, and then they consume my free content, and then they say, "Hey, Pratibha, you are right." I mean, like, okay, fine, I love you too.
Pratik, they don't even go through all your content, but they ask the same question 10 bar, all the answers you already.
I don't blame Ashok. I don't blame them as well, because they are not consuming my entire content, and then still they are asking me that question, because I feel we are all so busy, Ashok, that we honestly don't get time to consume all the pieces of content of somebody, and then we seek that, okay, fine, if I have some access of this person, let me just ask, whether it is in the form of DM, a comment, because social has, and people like us on social, people like us, I mean, when we say us, we have made this gate open. Earlier people were afraid, matlab Schindler ke CEO president ko matlab kaise baat karu. Now it is easy for people, to approach. So it's like we have to take responsibility that, okay, fine, if they're asking us question, let's just have 90% of the times, let's just have that positive mindset. 10% हमारा नहीं होगा because we are so busy in our own lives. हमारा काम होता है लोगों को संभालना, तो कभी-कभी frustration आ जाता है, but then that's the whole part.
That's the end of this episode. It really means the world to me. You have stuck till the end of this episode. Thank you so very much. Just one little request, if you can just subscribe on Apple Podcast if you're using iPhone, or follow me on Spotify if you're using Spotify to listen to this episode, or any other platform. Make sure you also share it with your friends. Take a screenshot of this episode and share it on your Instagram story. I'll give you a free shout out to as many as possible, and I'll see you on the next episode. With that being said, this is your host and host, Digital Pratik, signing off. Stay awesome and keep smiling.